Good evening and welcome to Dadbots, Crab Cakes, and Sports. Jason here live with Mike and John and this fella. I haven't named him yet, but feel free, whatever you guys want to do, give him a name. He does prefer martinis. He does like them shaken, not stirred, with 2 olives. So if you guys are wondering, that's what he likes. Other than that, I'm just watching football. Daddy has a ten team parlay that just needs two more things to work out, and we make a couple bucks. So how are things going in your world, Michael?
Well, I had a little W on a little parlay today. I was pleased about because Puka got 8 receptions and a touchdown, and the Rams took care of business in Tennessee. So that's pleasing to me. Joe Flacco, was Joe Flacco today. He kind of 2 years he might look like that fella next to you, whatever his name is, Skelly Skeleton or whatever his face is. But
More creativity,
um,
please. More creativity with the name.
oh, Mr. Bones, I got nothing
Not
right
not
now.
good.
Something good will come. It's
Mhm,
got to come
mhm.
within the flow of the show. But either way, I had a good day. Ravens won, and I didn't have, I had to volunteer at the arts festival today with my girls soccer team. I said had to, but we like to help out with the
Of course.
vendors there. We come and move art stuff to and from the different setups in the tents they have, and they got like bean bags and they got glassware and art, and they just kind of you move the stuff to and from. We just kind of help them out. So that was this morning for me, and then I got to watch some NFL football. So good day.
Fantastic. And John, I understand that you went and hung out with some Ravens fans. Is that
Yes,
what I get?
yes, sir. We usually on Sunday, on when there's a Sunday game, I'll go to either Charm City. Um, has two locations, one in Winter Haven, one in Bartow, and I'll just kind of go to wherever everybody is. And Nick is a good friend of mine. His brother owns Jimmy's in Baltimore, so you can get most of the same food at Charm City. You can get at Jimmy's. So today they had crabs and pit beef and all the fixings, and so we enjoyed that and enjoyed the Ravens win.
Fantastic. It actually sounds terrible that you're going to hang out with some Ravens fans. I mean, no offense. As you guys know, I seem to like to offend entire populations of people. And one of those happens to be, no offense, but certain groups of Ravens fans. Like, if I wasn't a Ravens fan, I would hate us because I think some of the things that come out of people's mouths, and John, no offense, I love you, but you are becoming one of them. Y'all need to just calm down. Like, if it snows tomorrow in Baltimore, it's not John Harbaugh's fault. Like, I know you guys might think it might be he might have something to do with it, but it's not. It's like, Cam Cameron still isn't a thing. We don't have to keep talking about that. I mean, there's just a lot of like, oh, what did you say earlier, John? Oh, the refs hate Baltimore. Sure, I'm sure that's the first thing they learn. Hey guys, you want to be a referee? The number one thing you got to learn: hate the Ravens. So, John, why don't you calm down and stop with all your negativity? You're bringing the group down.
Well, Jason, I'm not turning into one of those fans. If anything, I've been one of those fans for quite a while. So there's a difference between being one and turning into one. So
I stand
I'm
corrected.
trying. I've become less of one of those fans since I've been hanging out with you guys. I've been becoming more analytical on things. I still get mad, but I was just talking to Mike before the show. I was listening to 105.7 on the way home, and the people calling in like the sky is falling or something, and I'm like, we just won 41, basically 41-10. We put in the second, third, and fourth string guys on that last touchdown drive.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, granted, the offensive line sucked. Falele is clearly not an NFL offensive lineman, and we're missing Pat Ricard in the backfield. But otherwise, the defense looked good, and we got pressure on the quarterback, and our receivers in passing game, did fairly well. I think we got sacked two times, three times maybe, and four passing touchdowns. So I don't know what there is to complain about that.
Well, I want to do my best to not make excuses for the Ravens, but like something that we are too soon to forget is that this group, offensive linemen, quarterback, receivers, running backs. They didn't play together at all during preseason. So this is only their second game together, right? So you can have as many practices as you want, but until you get that continuity and actual game type speed, it's not the same. Preseason's not the same. So I'm willing to give a little bit more leash for all of that. And the one thing that the Ravens have proven under DeCosta, under John Harbaugh, is that they do make adjustments during the season to correct things that need to be corrected. So, Mike, I'm not ready at all. Like offensive line, sure. Let's just say they need, like, that was their weak spot. They also faced a Hall of Fame pass rusher today. So I don't know. I'm not panicking just yet. I'm okay with it.
No, I thought overall, pretty good performance. Lamar, I think maybe he looked rusty or a little bit off in the first quarter, and maybe even the first half altogether. But you know what? When you don't have your A game and you still throw 4 touchdowns and you win by 25 points, it's probably a pretty good day still. So when you have MVP caliber quarterback, I guess our expectations get way up here. But he's not. It's not like his bad day isn't throwing 3 picks and us losing by 25, which is a lot of other NFL quarterbacks' bad days. So I'm very pleased with the fact that he was able to kind of come back and settle in. It looked like in the third quarter he really found his rhythm again. And I like the fact that some of our other receivers are stepping up. And Tez Walker, Jason, I know you were singing his praises, early on, and I was too a little bit. But he stepped up and had 2 big touchdown catches today. Good throws. Nothing special really about it except having to run the route correctly and hauling it in, which isn't always easy. And then DeAndre Hopkins making a couple just special catches. He's not getting great separation from anybody. They even mentioned that on the broadcast, but God knows that guy versus anybody else, he's most likely going to come down with the ball, which is really awesome. And remember, they're doing all this without Isaiah Likely, who's out still right now. So I would temper the fire Harbaugh. I would temper the oh no, the sky is falling 105.7 people, John. I think we're going to be okay. Do we have some work to do? Absolutely. And the defense definitely stepped up, quite a bit today. And I thought our pass rush was better. And I thought we were able to get to Joe. Obviously, he doesn't move off his spot particularly well. But I thought they did a good job of putting constant pressure on Joe. And we got a couple turnovers. So that was good to see.
And I'm telling you, this comes from a place of not being a homer. But this is just reality. Like, you're watching a Hall of Fame quarterback play football for the Ravens. And because of that, he's making players around him better. So Walker, I already was pretty high on and how he's adjusted from year 1 to year 2. But Lamar and the ability of Lamar to pass to anywhere on the field and to also run with his legs. And you have a Hall of Fame receiver on the other side. So attention is taken away, but the ability of Lamar to just make everybody better and to be able to hit everybody in the field, it's just going to make, John, everybody else you have to pay attention to everyone. No one is safe on this field. And then when, like Mike said, when Likely comes back, things just open up even more.
Yeah, I agree totally with that, Jason. I think the thing there, whoever was on 105.7 and then whoever was before that, it was just a national show of some sort. But they were saying, you look at the Browns were suffocating the run. They were putting extra guys in the box to stop the run. And without having Ricard there, because if you watch the game, Ricard takes most of that first hit. But today we had nobody in the backfield. We were running single back sets, or we were bringing that guy up from the practice squad, 85, who dropped a touchdown pass. What's his name? His 2 last names. I don't remember his name. Is 85. I don't remember his name is. But
yeah, the backup tight end. Right.
Yeah, the backup tight end, the 4-string guy. But he was trying to take Ricard's spot and was not doing a good job. So, anybody who's screaming about the run game not working, your offensive line was playing a Hall of Fame defender in Myles Garrett, but then you're also losing your 320-pound fullback who's taking most of those initial hits for Ricard or for Henry. So Henry's taking that hit that Ricard is, and then he was going down. But they were stacking the box, and then look what Lamar did, just pick them apart for the touchdown. So this team is going to be even more deadly once we get these other guys back, because you stack the box, Lamar goes over the top. You don't stack the box, they run whatever on you. But I don't know if you guys noticed, I don't know if they ran a single read option play the entire game. Most of it was just a straight run or a straight pass. There was no RPO. There was no, none of this fancy stuff because Myles Garrett is too fast and too good on that defensive end.
And also, Lamar didn't run the football much at all until late in the third quarter.
Two carries, 13 yards.
But I think that might have been by design, Mike. Like, it could have been one of those things where they didn't want him out there running around with guys like Myles Garrett. And I mean, look, these guys look at film all day, every day. It is what they do for a living. So if they're seeing tendencies and they're seeing different things, it's probably why they weren't there like it was in Buffalo. Every team that you play has a different game plan, and they have different defenders that are better at doing something that another team might be. So every game plan going in is different. The one other thing, Mike, before I let you go off on that, was Derrick Henry. They scored 41 points today. Derrick Henry had 23 more yards than John did rushing the football. Okay. And they scored 41 points. That's really, if I could drop this here.
You
just dropped his mic.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd have to fall over. That's a mic drop.
All right. So that's it, man. Like, seriously, like, it is what it is. 41 points without your best offensive weapon besides Lamar. So, Mike, address what you'd like. Whatever I said there, have at it.
No, it makes sense. I think you're giving John a lot of credit that he would have no gain. I'm just saying. I think there are negative yards, but me too, John. I'm not just saying you, but I think the fact that like John said, the Browns were selling out to stop the run. They were loading the box. There was really no room to run. You have some really good. I mean, they have some good players on their front line. They have some good players at their linebacking core. That's one of the better fronts you're going to see probably. And it's a rivalry game. Jason, like you said, we want to keep Lamar healthy in these type of games. So like the fact that they are able to pivot and they have a multifaceted offense that can pivot when you're getting stuffed, the run's getting stuffed. A lot of teams, if your bread and butter's getting stuffed, you're just in trouble. It's probably game over. The Ravens can beat you in so many different ways. And the different types of running game they can run, the different types of passing plays they can run. It's really just a real versatile offense. And you saw they got stuffed, running the football today, but no problem. We still won by 24 points, just throwing the ball. John wants a timeout.
John?
Timeout. When do I get to punish you guys?
For what?
The Orioles lost again today. So we're 500.
Oh, the Orioles are still playing baseball? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody ragamuffin came in and gave up like 10 runs today. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I didn't pay too much attention. I had a lot of fantasy implications. We got this parlay going. You can punish us, but hold on. I want to do
We'll
one thing.
worry about this on Wednesday. I wanted to make sure because we'll worry about it on Wednesday.
Do you want to punish us now? You can punish us for the rest of the show. You want to punish us?
Yeah, let me think on this for a second.
You can punish Felipe too. Hold on, where you at, Felipe? There you are.
On Wednesday.
Cool.
We'll call him Wednesday.
All right, listen. So let's talk about this this parlay action real quick. So just so you guys know, these are one of these like the sucker bets of all sucker bets, right? Like no one does these things. I mean, everyone does them, but no one ever wins these things. So I took the Cowboys just to win outright. I took the Rams to win outright, the Ravens. Then here's the one. I took the Patriots, who are an underdog, to win outright, and they won. 49ers, they won. I took the Seahawks to cover the +3, and they won. Then I also took the Lions to win outright. So I didn't mess around with too many spreads just because I didn't want to get too greedy, right? So right now, 8 for 8. And the only ones that are up or that are still in question are the Panthers +7, and they're currently trailing by 10. So I have them covering. And then the Broncos to win outright. And they are currently winning 21-13. So we'll see.
Go Panthers. You need the Panthers to step up.
I do. I think they'll cover because I think the Cardinals make me nervous. I really wanted to just take the Cardinals and the points and all this stuff, but you never know. Like I could see the Cardinals going off, starting the year off like 4-0 and then ended up not making the playoffs, So it's just one of those things. But John, have you had enough time to think about it? Do you know what we're doing? Oh man, he's
Yes,
looking at it.
yes, I do. I have one for you. So you guys both have to come up with a bad dad pun when you are done speaking.
Oh, come on. That's like Frisky's wheelhouse. That's like everyday conversation. It's
Okay,
not
so
even like a
Jason,
thing.
Jason, let's do this. You, Jason, you have to come up with a pun. Mike, you have to after everything you say, you have to come up with two truths and a lie sports stat.
All right, wait, hold on. Let's switch. Let me do that and let Mike do the puns.
Okay, that's fine. So you have
Is
to
that
come
okay,
up with
Mike?
so
Sure.
and it has to so Jason, yours has to like tie into what you're talking about. So like, Loop hit a 44-yard field goal today or something. And then
Got it.
you have to come up with two truths and a lie. And Mike and I have to figure out what that truth is.
John, this is throwing me through a loop. I don't know what we're doing here.
Stop it. They're dumb. I love it. All right, listen. So let's we're going to go over real quick our picks so far that we did for the NFL week 2. Okay? So we started off the week. John and I both took the Washingtonians, the Red Commanders, and Mike took the Green Bay Packers. So Mike, you got one up on us already. But then there's more. Then John and Mike took the Miami Dolphins, and Jason went with the Patriots. So if anyone wants to write these down, like John, that'd be great. I don't have a pen. I'm sitting on my couch with Felipe. And then
Felipe have a pen?
Felipe, you got a pen? Something about olives? I don't know.
He said he's got a bone to pick with you because you lost his pen.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. All right. And then the Cowboys did win. Deion Sanders scored a touchdown today on a pick 6. Troy Aikman threw one to. Oh wait, that's a lie. Yeah, Dak Prescott, like he threw the ball today. Mm-hmm. And Aubrey hit a 64-yard field goal. Is that good, John?
That's perfect, Jason.
Excellent. All right.
Well, that was 2 truths and a lie.
Excellent.
That's the
and
game.
then all 3 of us picked the Bengals, so we were safe there just barely. Joe Burrow did go down today, Mike. How's that doing on the dynasty?
I think the Bengals are digging themselves a hole since Burrow is down.
Ooh, that was a good one, Mike. Very good.
Man. All right. And then all 3 of us picked the Lions. So the Lions did win. Okay. Herman Moore caught the game-winning touchdown for the Lions today. But yeah, Amon-Ra caught multiple touchdowns, and that's all I got. Was it 1-1? All I got to do? What do I have to do, John?
2 was it 2 truths and a lie?
Oh, so my other truth would be Tesla made is it Tesla? Is that his name? Made a one-handed catch down at the goal line, Mike. He's also on both our fantasy teams in multiple leagues.
Yes, he is.
All right.
Also,
And
was
John-
known as a very electric car. He's got an electric game, Tesla.
Oh, fair, very good.
Ooh, very
Wait, do I
good.
have to do this after every game, John?
No.
Okay, good.
Just before you transition to somebody else.
Okay,
Just
fantastic.
before you transition to somebody else.
All right. So then the next one, John, you picked the Saints. You are a giant loser face. And Mike and I won with the Niners. All of us picked the Bills. And then both of you picked the Steelers.
Oof.
Jason picked the Seahawks. So Jason is the big winner. And by my math so far, which is not usually very good, Jason is winning. But we'll do that stuff later. And then all of us picked the Rams. And we are currently where we are now. All of us picked the Cardinals. All of us picked the Broncos. John and Jason both picked the Eagles. Mike picked the Chiefs.
Up 10-7. Kansas City
Man.
up 10-7 right now.
Man, if I would have put Knicks in, he already has 17 points by
John, I can't
Frickin'
I mean,
freaking
but-
Murray has 4 points at half.
Hey, stick to your guns, John. It's okay.
Just-
Like I'm
You gotta
telling you.
nix your own opinions, John. You gotta nix them because they're getting in the way.
Dave's team is terrible.
I mean, if you would have seen it earlier, look. I mean, dude, don't get upset yet. I mean, Kyler Murray, he actually just scrambled for a 99-yard touchdown, and then they scored 7 points earlier on a touchdown. The Cardinals did. There's my 2 and there's my 1.
Which one was the lie?
Kyler Murray scrambled for a 99-yard touchdown.
Kyler
not
Murray
do
was 6'10".
Right. Fantastic. All right. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. It is pretty close. I will add these up. I don't know, just a quick programming note for you guys. I don't know if we're going to be, it sounds like we might be on Tuesday of this week or Thursday. Either one's fine. We'll get back to y'all and let you know. I am going to Georgia at the end of the week for fall break in the Blue Ridge Mountains. That is not a lie, John. That is a fact. And they actually have cobras in the mountains of Georgia that actually they will attack you and kill you. That's my lie. That's my. And
Hey
the mountains
guys,
of
let me
Georgia.
ask you this. Well, just back to the Ravens here real quick. Van Noy is out with a hamstring injury. They
Yes.
just cleared $10 million in cap space by
Yes,
changing
John, yes.
Roquan. So are we signing Clowney?
Yes.
Mike,
Or
I
somebody
think we are.
relatively similar.
I mean, I don't think they're joking around, but Clowney sounds great to me.
I can't keep up with you, Mike.
Does Julie watch
you
these? Does Julie listen to this, Mike? Because she's gonna just shake her
I
head and
don't
be
know
like,
about those
"Who the hell
those
did I
cobras
marry?"
in Georgia, Jason, but they have some snaky roads. They wind back and forth.
Wow.
Watch yourself.
Did you
Well,
guys see? Did you see that video though on TikTok of Clowney killing a guy with a trident? That was crazy.
He should lay low for a while.
He should. Oh, I love it. Okay, we are going off the rails. Off the rails, we are going. All right.
Oh,
So, what do we got next up here? We have the ballpark figures. Are you guys ready? Are you excited? I am doing the ballpark figures today, and I don't remember what it was I was doing. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Hold
and
on.
we
that
can't
truth or
trust
a
you.
lie,
And we can't
Jason?
trust you anymore. That's the thing. We can't trust you because of John.
I know. So bad. Hold on. I had something earlier.
Why is John giggling at his phone and holding it up? I don't know what's happening right now.
All right. John, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us? And I'm going to go ahead and get this taken care of.
Yeah. You can find us at dadbods crabcakes and sports at gmail.com, at crabcake_sports on X, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, dadbods, crabcakes, and sports. Anywhere you find your podcasts on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Media, Amazon, wherever you get your podcast, you can find us there. So like us, follow us, give us a auto download. Really helps us out, spreads the good news about Baltimore sports, dads, crab cakes, and helps us move up the chart so we can find people who don't actually know us personally, and that'll help us grow our podcast.
Fantastic. All right. So the top 10 list that I want you guys to do this week are the top 10 receptions leaders all time in the NFL.
Jerry Rice?
Wait. Slow down, John. It's
I
you
agree.
and Mike. You have to talk together. Okay.
That's why we
Jerry
agreed
Rice.
on Jerry.
Jerry Rice is not only correct, but he is also number one.
What about Megatron?
Oh,
Would you like to consult with Mike?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why, but Megatron.
I wouldn't shoot.
he
I wouldn't
has-
shoot from the hip with Megatron. Randy Moss probably has more than Megatron.
Okay, Randy Moss is good.
You going with Randy Moss?
Yes.
You would be incorrect.
Not enough.
What about Steve Largent?
Is that a guess?
From the Seahawks.
That's not bad. He's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'm going through Hall of Famers in my head. Steve Largent. Yes, Steve Largent.
Incorrect. Just so you know, he's not on my top 20 list.
Uh-oh.
Really? Uh-oh.
We're not doing so hot, John.
What about CC? Chris Carter.
Carter?
CD Lamb?
I think he was
What?
talking about Chris Carter.
Chris Carter.
Oh, I thought you were
CeCe.
talking about my daughter, so I was confused for a
No.
second.
She's
Uh,
also
my
very
niece.
good, but she's not old enough to be on this list, John.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What
She's
about
not
Chris
people
Carter?
yet.
Keep your name out? Keep her name out of your mouth, John. Chris Carter. Yeah, he's on there.
He is on there. He's number 6.
How
Let's see.
about Stallworth or not Dante, the other fella, Lance? or
Yeah,
whatever
from
his
the
name is.
Steelers.
Who are we
What do you
doing?
think?
Are you talking or are you?
Lance
Stallworth.
Stallworth.
Is it? What's his first name?
Do you think he's had?
I don't know. Cause I'm trying to like go through the list of like who.
Let's talk it out for a while, John. Who else would be on
What
this
about
list? How
what
about
about
Isaac?
Clay? What about
How about
Clayton
Marvin
from-
Harrison?
Yeah, that would be a good one. I would go with Marvin Harrison Sr.
Marvin Harrison, that's the guess. He is
Yes.
number 5. You are correct.
What about Clayton from the Dolphins?
I wouldn't go with him yet. He had a
Who?
lot. Dan Marino was throwing to him.
Dan Marino was throwing him the ball a lot in the 80s and 90s.
Super and Clayton were the two guys. But I don't know if that's. I don't know. Maybe. How about some more recent guys like, gosh, not Isaac Bruce or Torrey Holt. Those guys. I don't know.
No,
they
I
had
don't
some good
think
years,
they
but not
played-
enough.
Well, you got to be careful though, because you do know that Dan Marino was the 43rd president of the United States, and he also he's in the Hall of Fame, and he never won a Super Bowl. Just something to think about, guys.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
I should have taken those things into account. I assume
What about
Michael
Michael
Irvin
Irvin?
doesn't. Yeah, Michael.
I don't
Irvin was
think
one
he
that came to mind.
Did he play long enough though? What about Lynn Swan?
Oh my gosh, you have like Tourette's when it comes to the
We're just trying to think
What
out
about
loud.
Bobby
Jason.
Boucher, guys. Like,
We're
just
inviting the
thinking-
listeners on a ride with us. You don't understand.
True.
You're inviting
Come
them
and take
into
a ride with me.
our minds. Yeah, they like it. I think.
all right. So, what are you guys? Did you guess yet, or should I give you? Let me lean you in a couple directions just to help you out. Okay. On this list are mainly wide receivers, but there are also 2 tight ends on this list. So that should help you guys. I mean, you got Marvin Harrison, you got Jerry Rice, so you got 1 and 5 already. And who else did you guess?
We got 6, whoever that was. I think.
Chris Carter as well.
Chris Carter.
Yeah.
Now, on this list, there are currently 1, 2, 3.
about
3
Fitzgerald,
more
John?
Hall of Famers, just so you know.
Yeah.
3 more Hall of Famers.
Larry Fitzgerald, I think, is on this list.
Number 2.
Very good. Well, what do you think? Like, you think it's like a Tony Gonzalez or an Antonio Gates tight end?
Maybe Sterling Sharp.
No, Sterling Sharp didn't play long
Let
enough.
me do you a favor. He did not play as long as you think.
He played 98 or 88 to 90, 94, I think.
He is not on the I'll help you out. He's not on the top 20 list.
I don't think he's on the top 100 list.
Well, I think he's
Shannon
the
on
top
this list? You think did Shannon play
I don't
long
know.
enough?
I don't know.
I'm
I would
assuming
think
it's got to
they're.
be
How
like
about?
one of the 3,
Go ahead.
either Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, or Shannon Sharp.
I would
It's gotta
say
be-
Gonzalez. I'd say Gonzalez has the
Yeah.
best chance to be on this list.
I think so as well.
Tony Gonzalez is number 3, and he is one of the 3 Hall of Famers that you have not guessed so far.
Mm.
Hmm.
What other
So,
teams
are
have we
the-
missed, John? Do you think Michael
like,
Irvin's on there? or
What
do you
about
think he
Tim
didn't play long?
Brown? What about Tim
Oh, that's
Brown?
a good one. I like Tim Brown.
From the
Tim
Raiders.
Brown
go
is
with
number
Tim Brown.
7, and
Yes.
he is the 2nd Hall of Famer out
Hall
of
of
the
Famer.
3 you haven't guessed. So there's one more Hall of Famer on this list.
One more Hall of Famer. So it's not a, so it's there's another tight end on the list too.
Correct.
Yes.
So if it's a Hall of Famer, that's Tony Gonzalez.
So the tight end is probably not a Hall of Famer, is what we're thinking, or you think it's the other one is the tight
I'm
end?
thinking it's got to be a wide receiver as the Hall of Famer.
And personally, I think every one of these guys will be a Hall of Famer except for one. And it's going to piss
Okay.
Mike off and probably John because he's kind of a weird Ravens fan too. Here's your hint, guys.
What about Steve Smith Sr.?
No, you guessed
No.
wrong.
Mike, I
He
was
didn't
talking
guess
to Mike.
because I did not give that my blessing.
No, I was talking to
And it
Mike.
is Steve Smith Sr. Or is it?
That's so funny. 2 truths and a lie, and they're all the same
Yeah.
thing.
Right. Is it like Steve Smith Sr. or Derek Mason or somebody like that?
I don't think it's Derek Mason. I don't think he has enough receptions.
Steve Smith Sr. is the only guy with Ravens ties who would nearly have enough receptions to make it worth his time.
Did Reggie Wayne have enough catches? I don't think so.
I think he split too many with Marvin Harrison, but
Yeah.
he might. Who was the wide receiver with Brett Favre all those years?
Hey, just so you guys know,
Antonio Freeman.
just
No.
so you know, Steve Smith Sr., and this isn't one of my lies, not Steve Smith Sr. Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison did not play with each other for 8 years. So there was an 8-year gap that Reggie Wayne did not play with Marvin Harrison.
So maybe Reggie Wayne is on this list.
And what about
6-year gap,
gosh.
not 8.
Calvin Johnson? How
He
about
has
Hopkins? Is D Hop up there yet? I don't know.
I thought Calvin Johnson might, just because he's near the top in touchdown receptions all
Yeah.
time, because he
This
holds
is
the
just
season
receptions,
single
right?
season. Right. This is just receptions. But if
Gosh, this is
Moss
tough.
isn't on this list, I don't think Calvin Johnson's
Jason,
on this
help steer us and help steer the ship in the right direction.
Stop looking at Calvin Johnson, you idiots. I'm just kidding. Calvin Johnson is 54th. He is below, I mean, I would never have guessed it. He's below Santana Moss, Greg Olson, Donald Driver, Michael Irvin, James Lofton. Like, he's way down that list, dude.
Oh, okay.
So
Is
get
he even-
over
I
it,
guess-
move on with your lives. Think
What
about
about Lynn Swan?
all of these guys are more recent than you think. Like, think recent within the last, I'd say within the last 15 years.
Wow. I can't believe Randy Moss wasn't on there. How about
So Randy Moss is 17.
Okay. How about Andre Johnson?
That'd be a good guess.
A Hall of Famer, but not the one. He's number 11, Mike. Good guess, though. I would have gone. That would have probably been one of my guesses. Like, I'm just going through this. There's only one guy that really surprised me on this. 2 guys on this list that surprised me.
What about Torrey Holt, John? I think he belongs on there.
One or the other. Torrey Holt or Isaac Bruce. Either one of the two is on there. So sure, go with Torrey Holt. We've already used our 3 strikes.
Yes, we're past that. So I'll start giving you clues because
So Torrey Holt
is wrong. Torrey Holt is wrong. But Torrey Holt did save an entire family of pigs from a fire just last Wednesday. You guys should have seen it. It was great. But he was also on the championship team that the Rams had. I think that was his rookie year as well.
What about
he played many years in football? What's that?
What about Lance Allsworth from the
Are you just
Chargers?
making up names now?
No. Is a receiver with Dan Fouts and the Chargers back in the
So you don't
80s.
remember me saying about 30 seconds?
15
or
years
45
ago,
seconds
John.
Oh, 15 years ago.
All right,
That's
listen,
not
let me
that-
give you some clues. The other tight end is retired now, but he retired in 2020, was his last season.
Is it Gates or Witten?
Oh yeah. It's one or the other. Maybe it's Jason Witten. I think Jason Witten's probably a better guess because he played with Romo and he was a Romo primary target. But I don't know, your choice, Mike.
I don't know. I like Gates, but I don't care either
Okay.
way. Go ahead, you pick.
Go with Gates.
You would be incorrect. Gates is number 21.
Is it Jason Witten?
And Gates retired in 2018. It is Jason Witten. I'll take that
Good
as a
job,
guess.
John.
All right. So let's see. You have Jerry Rice, Larry Fitzgerald, Tony Gonzalez, Jason Witten, Marvin Harrison. You guessed Chris Carter.
I'm wetting the bed over here. That's the problem.
You're missing. Oh. See, if I give you these little clues, you're going to get them right away. I don't want to do
Is there
too
is there
much.
anybody, Jason? Is there anybody on the Packers?
No.
No. Okay.
Why are you so Packer obsessed? What's going on over there? Is there a secret fetish?
There's a Cardinal on this list.
We already got a Cardinal. It was Larry
There's
Fitzgerald.
another one.
Is it Bolden?
Tis Bolden, Mike. Number 9.
That's the one you must have been speaking of. I didn't realize he had that many receptions.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
didn't either.
Number 9.
I thought
on the
Steve
list.
Smith would have been a higher.
Good. You
a
guys are
higher-
missing. You guys are missing a real important one. He was very outspoken, young fella. He played for.
Oh,
multiple-
Terrell Owens.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Well done, my quarterback.
I
think
tried
that
to
leaves
forget
you with
him.
number 7, right? And number 7 played in the AFC West. I don't think you guessed this guy. You mentioned him, but you didn't guess him.
Tim Brown.
We got him, I think.
Oh, we already got Tim Brown.
Did you? I didn't think you
Yeah.
guessed him yet.
Yeah,
think
no,
you
I
did-
guessed we guessed Tim Brown because he was a Hall of Famer.
Yes. He was one of the Hall of Famers.
Who was the other Hall of Famer then?
There was a tight end, Tim Brown, and there was one other guy you said. I can't remember.
Terrell Owens.
Terrell
Terrell
Owens.
Oh,
All
T.O.
right, so you guys guessed Jerry Rice, Larry Fitzgerald, Tony Gonzalez, Jason Witten, Marvin Harrison, Chris Carter, Tim Brown, Terrell Owens, Anquan Bolden, and last, I don't think you guessed this guy yet. You contemplated with it, and then you talked yourself out of it, right?
Is it Mark? Oh, is it Torrey Holt?
Is it a
No,
Steeler
no,
or a
no.
Dolphin? Is it older?
He played in the AFC South.
Johnson. Did we already
No,
guess
no,
him?
We
we
already
already-
guessed. He was 11.
See, I don't think you guessed this guy because you like dismissed it, but he played with another guy that's on this list.
Oh, Reggie Wayne.
Oh, Reggie Wayne.
Correct. Reggie Wayne is
Okay.
number 10.
Okay.
All right, fellas, well done.
We kind of beat around the bush on it. We like mentioned like everybody on this list just didn't guess that.
Those are so
I
you
was
got. I
scared.
think the one way with lists like that, where it's receptions, like the quarterback play got amped up over the last like 10 to 15 years. So my gut would have been to name a lot of those older guys, but I would have been wrong too. Because I mean, obviously Jerry Rice doesn't matter when he played, he was still gonna do all that stuff. So
Yeah,
That's why I was
Randy
thinking,
Moss
like-
is what scared me early because when he got vetoed, but then I think he's more of a big play guy. He wasn't the guy who was the possession receiver really. He was more of the deep threat guy when like Edelman was the possession guy or Carter, so it was like he always played with somebody else who was pretty good too.
See, I would have get where is like Julian Edelman on this list? Is he on this list?
I mean, I'm sure he's on a list. It's just not anywhere
Oh,
near.
okay.
Where
I didn't know if he
we
was
are.
like in the top 20.
He's
or
somewhere
something.
between me and Marvin Harrison.
Let's see. Just taking a quick gander down this list. He's not in the top 50.
Jason, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's
Oh,
what they
well
say.
done, Mike. Well done. Julian Edelman actually dated my sister once. Took her to prom, if you guys didn't know that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, he also played for the Patriots. Yep. Won a couple of
Jason
Super
doesn't
Bowls.
have a sister, people.
Jason doesn't have a sister. No, he does not. All right. All this nonsense. Look what you guys have done to Felipe. Here, wake up.
Jason, the Panthers got some work to do. It's 20-3 at halftime.
I know, not good, man. Like, come on. Like, to me, I thought that was an easy cover. I think I'm giving the Panthers too much credit, though. Not good. All right. So the next segment I had was to just kind of recap the O's, how things were going. As John mentioned, John, what was your prediction that worked out?
3-3. I thought they were
3-3.
going to sweep the Pirates and get swept by the Jays.
Yeah, I actually don't even remember what mine was. I think it was 4-2 because Mike was
Yours
really
was 4-2,
mad. He's like,
yes.
You took the good one.
Yeah.
Right.
I went 5-1, which looked promising heading into halfway through, actually the 8th inning of Saturday's game, and then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose.
Yeah, I mean, some of these injuries that are popping up, I don't know the severity of Rodgers injury. It was a toe injury, but it sounds like he's scheduled to make his next start. I
Blister.
don't know. What's that?
It
It's
was
a
a blister.
Ah.
Yeah, so he should be all right. He just couldn't put pressure on his foot, and he lost a couple miles an hour. Like he was losing like 3 to 4 miles an hour off his fastball.
Didn't he
Was it a
walk
sprint?
like 5 guys that game too, or something like that? 4 or 5 guys, and still pitch well. I mean, good heavens, guys! Like, what do you want this guy to do? Like, I'm not saying that they're not talking to him about a new contract, but I mean, they should start making that a priority here. You have a guy now, and you have Bradish, so why not go ahead? I mean, Bradish is coming off that injury. Everything looks good. Go ahead and lock your top 2 pitchers up, and then go get me another one. But it doesn't have to be anything crazy. But now I say all this, but Mike, what if Rodgers isn't interested in that right now? What if he wants to bet on himself and go to free agency next year, after next year?
I don't know. I think pitchers. I think that's a risky game for a pitcher to play too, just because all it takes is one injury for you too, and that could be 2 more years. Whereas a position player, that might be a risk worth taking. So yeah, and I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, John. I don't think he has Boris or one of those big name agents. So if the Orioles offer him reasonable, the question is, do the Orioles ever offer anybody a reasonable contract? And I don't know the inner workings of that. Maybe their super secret new GM will offer them a reasonable contract, and then that would be excellent. But Jason, I think any good team right now looking at Trevor Rogers would offer him, a few years on a good deal to buy out some arbitration years and just keep that train moving forward, because it looks like what we're seeing now is not just a blip on the radar screen. This is at least what, a semblance of what he's going to be here moving forward. Is he going to pitch to a sub-2 ERA his next 4 years in Baltimore? If that's the case, I don't know. I think that's maybe a little big of an ask. But if he can pitch 3.5 and below, man, he's a above average starter here. And let's go ahead and get the deal done.
Yeah, I mean, what if they could do 4 or 5 years at $25 million a year? I'd do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I think that's low. That's on the low end. But I mean, I don't know what else you can ask for. Yeah, it's only 1/2 of a season, but when he was in Miami, his rookie of the year resume year, he did the same type of things, except he's more dominant now. And I just think something has clicked. And I do trust, when it comes to pitching, I do trust the Orioles. And I just don't necessarily trust them, John, when it comes to contract negotiations. But $25 or $30 million. Look, I've said this ad nauseum. We don't have, they're not going to do 7 years, and they shouldn't do 7 years. But let's do 4 or 5 years, 5-year max, because he hasn't had that dreaded surgery yet. So, John, for me, I'm willing to do 30, 35. It's not my money, but that's what I'd be thinking of.
Yeah, I think so. I think you take a gamble on this. But again, here's the thing is there's no stress on him right now. There's no stress on any player on this Baltimore team. They're not in a pennant race. They're not near a pennant race. And they're just going out there and playing. And so my question is okay, once, let's say next year or the year after, let's say you give him the 5-year, $100 million contract, $125 million contract for 5 years. And then you start getting him in high pressure situation and he folds like a cheap suit. Then how do the Orioles look? Because that's kind of my thing right now is, okay, great. I would be, if I was in that situation, there's no pressure on me and I just go out there and pitch. It's a completely different ball game than if I'm out there game 6 of the World Series, game 6 of the ALDS, things of that nature. So that's kind of where some of this stuff scares me with these guys without the postseason experience, without, the high pressure situation experience, unless we go out and bring in somebody who has that experience and can, kind of mold this staff or mold this team into a more experienced bunch with these things. And just so we know, Rodgers is represented by it's called PSI Sports Management. It's the same agency that Aaron Judge has, James Shields, etc.
Ah, terrific. Pissy Sports Management. Big fan. All right. However,
Well, remember what happened
So,
to PSI Net Stadium? Remember what happened to that?
well, John, listen.
They went bankrupt.
Charlie Morton had postseason experience. Would you like to bring him back and get rid of Trevor Rogers?
Yeah,
Like,
enough of your
absolutely.
toilet humor, Jason.
What'd you say?
Gosh. Enough of your toilet humor over there. You
I'm a
and
big fan.
whatever that guy with his bony shoulder is around your neck.
Felipe.
Scared me. It's not
Felipe's
humorous.
doing a good
That bone around your neck is not
I mean,
humorous.
Look
Just
how
saying.
much Felipe already had. He's hogging the. We said we split one. Now he's
Hey,
passed out.
John, real quick about the postseason experience thing. Like, Chris Tillman didn't have postseason experience. Miguel Gonzalez didn't have postseason experience. Jason Hamill didn't have to. I mean, like, you don't know until these guys get there, partly. But I do understand and agree with the fact that, yeah, it would be nice if we could get somebody else on staff that has had postseason experience to lead them into the playoffs, where you could slot those down to like a 2 and a 3 instead of a 1 and a 2. So I don't disagree completely with you, but I also think that you can't, not reward this guy for pitching well, because Jason said this a couple episodes ago. There's pressure every day to perform, and the teams they're playing against are independent chases. So it's not like we are just because there's no pressure to win doesn't mean he's not putting pressure on himself to win.
Right.
I mean,
but again, look who the manager was when those guys were coming up. Look who the manager and look at the coaching staff now. That also, I think, in my opinion, plays a role. But, a Charlie Morton, I'm not talking about a Charlie Morton, a 40-something-year-old washed-up guy. I'm talking about we can bring somebody in here who, one of these bigger high-end arms who's in their, late 20s to early 30s, that can anchor the starting pitching staff and then continue to take pressure off of the Rogers and the Bradishes and then whoever else we can get, the Kramers and whoever else we can get to fill the back end of this rotation.
I mean, you guys have heard me speak before on Brandon Woodruff. To me, that fits the build. He's pitched in the playoffs before. He came off an injury. I don't think he's going to cost as much as he did before. To me, that would be a target. Now, I could be totally wrong here and be misspeaking, but Shane Bieber, I think, is going to free agency, right? After Toronto. So to me, that might be one, Mike. I know he was on your list a couple years ago. To me, guys like that, he's still pretty solid. But look, they don't have a ton of postseason experience, John. Those Marlins guys don't have a ton of postseason experience. To me, take the talent first, mold everything else around it. But if there's a guy sitting out there that happens to be extremely talented, isn't going to break the bank because you're already paying Trevor Rogers, you're already paying Kyle Bradish. Hopefully you're bringing in a bat. You're extending your young guys. So you can't pay another guy $40 million a year to come in here. But you might be able to trade for Edward Cabrera or Perez or sign a Woodruff for $20 million a year. To me, we're not like all of a sudden saying we're trying to save so much money that Paul Goldschmidt's our first baseman next year. But we're also not trying to say we're going after a $500 million player and everyone else be damned. So let's do this delicate dance here and bring these guys in. Like, try to figure out who's your third pitcher next year. And I want 3 number ones, Mike. I want 3 number ones. I don't want a 1, 2, and 3. Trevor Rogers right now could be the ace on any staff right now, and no one's going to convince me otherwise. As of right now, what he has done over the last 3 or 4 months. And Kyle Bradish is a 1 on most teams. So find me someone else that is a 1 on every other team or a high 2 on other teams.
Well,
That's from my mind.
5 aces is a hell of a poker hand, especially one of them's got to be a wild card. So I'd say that a lot of guys want that. I hope that we can bring in somebody who's at least a top 3, though, Jason. I think you're right. Like a top 3 arm. Framber Valdez, if he gets mixed up with you as a catcher, he might throw at the catcher. You better watch out. You see that the other day on the reels? He was ticked off and almost.
It was an accident. He said it was an accident in Spanish.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I think they mistranslated it.
No habla. I
Right.
don't understand.
Ask Aunt
Right.
Chris about that.
And I told you guys Felipe only had one. Like, look at him. He's passed out. Like give me a
Right.
break.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Bieber is as a player option for next year.
Nope.
So
Not in
He's
Toronto.
not signing that. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Because when he is pitching in game 6 of the ALCS this year for Toronto, I think he'll make a couple extra bucks. So, I mean, he's on my radar, but he's also on the Yankees radar. He's also on the Dodgers radar. And that comes back to the same thing I've been saying for the last 5 months. You have to be able to compete financially with the big guys. If you want to be logistically ready to commit and play in the World Series. And I mean,
and I think Rubenstein is going to spend the money. We just got to figure out, okay, who's our GM, who's going to be actually making these baseball decisions. And then once the GM comes in, then what is Elias going to do? Is he going to let him go and give him free reign and concentrate on the farm system and the things that he is good at? Like, he is good at drafting players, at developing players, but he just doesn't seem to be good at bringing in people to help us out. So we'll have that remains to be seen. I think for most of us is, okay, what is this GM's reign going to be? And then what kind of manager are they bringing in? Like you mentioned last time, Jason, about, Buck having control of some of the general manager things, or is it going to be a baseball only manager with a general manager who's allowed to do the job he was hired to do?
well, Mike, what do you think? Like, do you think that, because this is kind of where I'm leaning, but I want to hear what you have to think or what you have to say. Is it that they are going to separate their roles and they're essentially going to say, look, we need somebody to be able to make a dent at the major league level, bring in, like, deal with the manager. Like, that's going to be your role. You're going to hire him. You're going to blah, blah, blah. And then everything else baseball related is going to be overseen by Elias. I mean, do you kind of think that that's the direction they're going? Or what? Because the rumors around Major League Baseball is that Mike Elias cannot put together a Major League roster.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just have pressure from a bunch of different sides if you're the Orioles, right? You have the external pressure, like you said, from what it looks like around Major League Baseball. And obviously the team was a big disappointment this year and didn't perform to the level that Elias even expected it to. And I think he even owned that a little bit. But then you also have, what is the organization philosophy wise looking to do here? Are they looking to have Elias step back and be that overseer and maybe even have somebody else take over player development and someone take over the GM role and kind of just start kind of branching off in these directions and let Elias set the vision for the team and then let these guys kind of follow his vision? Or is it just a matter of he wanted to get paid a little more, so they needed to create a president versus a GM, and he wanted to keep up with the Joneses in the world, and they created this. You know how that works in organizations. Sometimes we wanted to create this position so that we can create another position, and with them, the money to pay these guys, they have it, so it's not that big a deal. But the question is, what is the philosophy of moving forward with this GM? If he's doing what Elias has been doing, it's not going to work. So if Elias is telling him that this is the direction we need to go, it's not going to work. He needs to bring in someone who would be willing to challenge his thinking. But I don't know that is he self-assured enough to bring in someone to challenge the way he thinks, because it takes a lot for someone to do that at this level, who thinks they're this, like you said, John and Jason, he's the smartest guy in the room. Are you willing to take a step back and say, I need someone that's going to come in here and challenge my way of thinking and tell me that I could be wrong once in a while? Or is he just going to find a yes man who's going to do what he asked him to do and then hire the manager that he wants? So it really depends on which way they're going to go, and we'll find out in the next year.
So what makes me nervous, Mike, is that I think 100% is the latter of what you just said. However, if he wanted the yes man, if he wanted something like that, why wouldn't he just make Sig the general manager? Because Sig's not a general manager. Sig has no desire to be a general manager. Sig loves what Sig does, and he's really good at it. There's no one in Major League Baseball that's better than what those two can do together. So maybe that's what this whole thing is. And I hate to speculate, but I mean, with the Orioles, you have to speculate because no one tells you jack. You know what I'm saying? No one tells you anything. So it's see, I caught myself there. So the children can still
You
listen.
did a good job, Jason. No money in the swear jar. Good job.
Awesome. So in my mind, it's Sig and Mike are going to keep doing what they do, and they're real good at it. And you know what? Maybe having a general manager in there helps everything because it takes the attention off of all of that. And they can just focus on that. The general manager can focus on the major league aspects. Like, okay, this is what we need to do. We need to sign these guys. You have carte blanche. Go ahead and do it. But I do think, Mike, there will be a little yes man to it. But I don't think if I'm thinking the way that this is going to go, I don't think it is going to be. I think the reason all this is happening is because it's not going to be a yes man. And maybe Buck does come back as the manager. I don't know. Just too many things I want to really move on from that. But I can also see Manzolino being the manager next year. And I think a new voice in here and a new would be good for them. But I don't know. That's a lot of speculation that we can do over the next month and whatnot. Maybe I'll talk about it when I get to be the guest on Connor's show, Locked on Orioles, coming up here shortly. I didn't break that news for all you guys. At some point here in the next few weeks, I will get to be a guest on Connor's show, Locked on Orioles. So as I was triumphant in his fantasy baseball league this year, because Mike, I get up in the morning, Mike, and I just piss excellence. I'm just the greatest there is. I just, it's just what I do, Mike. It's what I do.
All right, Rick. All right, Rick.
Yeah, there was two truths and a lie there.
Keeping it all going.
He gets up in the morning and he
gets up in the morning and he thinks
if it's excellence.
And the excellence is the lie right there, Jason. You
I am
walked into that
43
one.
years. I am 43 years old. I definitely piss multiple times between the hours of 12 a.m. and when I wake up.
I wake up in the middle of the night and
I wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
There you go, John. See, still
that's
young.
bad, John.
Still
Very
spry.
bad.
That's why you're here, John.
Lots of implications with that song now, John. I would just hold back a little bit on the P. Diddy.
All right, fellas. Do you guys want to add anything else about the O's before we move on?
Not at all.
All right. Well, Mike, you have a super fantastic, exciting new game for us to play, apparently.
Listen, don't build it up in your head, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right. So this new game, actually inspired by one of our guests, one of our former podcast creator. I originally went on, Jason, before John and you. We went on a podcast together and we created it and we made like 4 of them and it was great. It was called Bird's Eye View. This guy's name is Donovan. But anyway, he is my my poker connoisseur, and we play a game in poker called In Between a lot. You guys ever played In Between?
Absolutely.
Or Between the Sheets, people call it. So basically, yeah, I know, adult version. Sorry, can you hold the ears of Felipe so he didn't hear that? So
Felipe's been asleep for the last 20 minutes, guys.
Oh, okay.
With half a shot of tequila, Jason.
In that card game, you get 2 cards, right? And you have to pick whether or not it's going to be between the 2. But this is a little different than that. I'm going to give you each an opportunity to answer 5 questions. And the way these questions are, you get 3 statements, and you have to pick the middle one. For example, I'll say Chris Tillman's ERA in 2014, Miguel Gonzalez's ERA in 2014, and I don't know, you pick whoever. Jason Johnson's ERA in 2006. And you got to tell me what's the middle number. Okay?
Wait,
you
which
get 5
guy has the middle number?
No, which of those is the middle? You find
I don't have to give you the number like 3.1.
No, you don't have to give me the number.
Okay.
You just got to pick.
That's what I was worried about, Jason. I was worried about having to know that number because I have no clue.
So when you pick the middle, you get a point. So you can earn up to 5 points. Okay. Jason, you'll get 5. John, you'll get 5. At the end, there'll be like a final question. And for the final question, you will get 5 things that you have to put in order. And you can wager up to 1 to 5 at the very end. And whoever has the most points at the end is the winner.
Damn, okay? Donovan. God damn.
All right. So here we go. Who would like to start?
John, younger, beautiful. You want to get?
Sure.
All right,
I'll
John.
start.
Remember, you're listening to these three things and you're finding the one in the middle, in between. That's why it's called in between.
Okay.
All right, number one, the Bulls, and this is going to be years. Which one is in between? The Bulls' second three-peat, the MLB strike-shortened season, and the Dream Team debuts.
The strike shortened season.
That is correct. 1 point.
I would like
John.
to steal the end.
All right. Let's just alternate, Jason.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Here's your first one. Number one, Orioles team errors this year, 2025. Yankees team errors this year, 2025, and Blue Jays team errors this year in 2025. Which one is in the middle?
Oh man. Whew. I'm gonna say the Orioles are in the middle.
That is correct. 1
Okay.
point for you, Jason. Now,
And the
this was as of before the game today. So, before the game today, the Orioles had 83 errors, the Yankees 87, and the Blue Jays 81
That's what
going
I
into the
thought.
game today. All right, John, back to you. Number one, Jeffrey Mayer robs a home run from Tony Tarasco's glove. The Tiger Slam. And the U.S. hosts the most recent time the FIFA World Cup.
Men or women's?
Men's.
I believe the Jeffrey Mayer is in between those two.
That is correct. Point for you. Mayer was in 96. The Tiger Slam was 2000 to 01. And the World Cup was in 1994. All right. You guys are doing great. I try not to make it too crazy because I don't want to complicate it for the first time. All right. Jason, to you. Number one, Jason Hamill and the O's lose Game 5 of the ALDS. The Mile High Miracle, and Delman Young's bases clearing double in the ALDS. Which one is in between?
All right. It was. Wait, can you give them to me one more time?
Hamill losing Game 5, Mile High Miracle, Delman Young.
Oh my. Like I know it, but I'm just trying to do the dates in my brain. Hold on.
5,
No,
4,
don't do a timer. Shut up. You didn't say there was a timer.
3.
Hold on.
2.
Wait a minute. I need to know the three again.
Hamill, Mile High
Hamill
Miracle,
losing.
Delman Young. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. It was Hamill, Delman Young.
All right. You're going to
and-
lose a point. Moving
No,
to
no,
you.
no, no, not yet.
Just pick one. You don't get time to think. That's the part. That's the point of it. Pick one.
I'm gonna go with. Ah, fuck.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Hamill being
That just
in the middle.
lost you all your points,
Hamill in the
Jason.
middle.
I have to figure. I have to.
I'm going with
Yeah, I have
Hamill
to
in the
figure out
middle.
how to X that out.
Unfortunately, you're incorrect. It was the Mile High Miracle in 2013.
Because Hamill
That
was
was in
what,
January.
11?
What's that?
No,
Hamill was in,
in 12.
October 2012. Mile High Miracle was in 2013 in the playoffs.
See, I got myself all screwed up.
And Delman Young was 2014. You know the Delman Young game, Jason. You're
I
familiar
know I
with
was
that
there. I was there in spirit. I was
Yes.
getting married.
One. All right, so 2-1 right now. It's cool. Everybody's doing well. All right, John, back to you. Joe Flacco is drafted. Aaron Rodgers' pack wins the Super Bowl. And Neymar Jr. makes his debut in La Liga in Brazil.
So let's see. Flacco was 07. Rodgers was 11. And I got no idea. I'm just going with Neymar because I don't know when in the world he made his debut.
You're going with Neymar?
Sure. I have
You
no
are
idea what you mean.
correct. Your dates were not great, but you are correct as which one was in between. Joe
was
Flacco,
07.
08.
That's what I mean. Yeah. 07 college
Aaron
football season,
Rodgers was
08 Packers.
10.
That's what
Yeah.
I said.
And you
It
said
was 11. It was 11.
And
It was
was-
11. It was the 10 season.
well, the
He
Super
won
Bowl
Super
was in
Bowl.
11, but
It was in
but
11,
the
yes.
season was 10. And then
Yes.
Neymar Jr. made his debut in 09.
I had no clue.
All right, 3-1. Jason, you're up. All right, this one I think you got. You ready? This is
Let's see.
because I know your background. So baseball was invented. Basketball was invented. Pickleball was invented.
Oh my goodness. Basketball in the middle.
That is correct. Baseball was in 1845, basketball 1892, and pickleball in 1965.
Fantastic.
good.
Where's cornhole on the list?
It's not on the list. All right, 3-2 right now. John, back to you. All right, this Orioles wins, and now we're doing a number. Orioles wins in 1997. Orioles wins in 2014. And Orioles wins in 1970. Which one is in between?
1970.
That is incorrect.
I have no idea. Is it 14?
Orioles, no, also incorrect. So Orioles had, in 2014, they had 96 wins. In 1997, they had 98 wins. And in 1970, they had 108 wins. So in between was 1997. All right, so 3-2. Jason, you have a chance to tie here. Ravens wins in 2019. Ravens wins in 2000. And Ravens wins in 2023.
So 23-19, and what was the other one?
2000. And this is regular season. Regular season.
I'd say 23 is in the middle.
That is correct.
Okay.
So we are 3-3, knotted up. What an excitement. The listeners got to be on the edges of their little car seats or seats and such. So, yes, Ravens had 12 wins in 2000, 13 wins in 2023, and 14 wins in 2019 in the regular season.
Give me
All right,
one
John,
sec. You hold on. You go ahead with John. I'll be right back. I got it. Felipe has to use the bathroom.
Okay. John, last question for you.
Just
this is
Jason's not here, Mike. So let's just say I got the answer right.
Just give it to you.
Let's do that. Let's do that, and he'll listen to it when he listens to it and realize that
John,
we didn't do it.
I'm a man of integrity here. Don't question my
Me
integrity.
too, but it's
All right.
It's
So,
all in
look,
fun. It's all in fun and games, Mike.
This one's fun. Current.
Hey.
This is as of this morning. As of this
Okay.
morning, okay. Orioles team ERA, Red Sox team ERA, and Yankees team ERA.
I would
Which
say
one
the
is
Reds.
in between?
I would say the Red Sox are in the middle.
You say the Red Sox are in between.
Yes.
That is not correct. That is not correct.
Well, why don't you
The
ask
Red Sox.
Ask Felipe.
Ask
Felipe.
Felipe, what
the
do you
question.
think? So
He said
the Red
he said
Sox currently
Orioles.
have 3.74 ERA. The Yankees are at 3.98. They're in the middle. And the Orioles are at 4.58 as of this morning.
Okay. Well, we'll
Team
tell
ERA.
Jason we asked Felipe, and it's all worked out.
Jason, John was trying to get me to cheat for you, but I wouldn't let him. So I'm just letting you know. I know you're muted right now, but I'm giving you the heads up.
We asked Felipe the question, and he got it wrong. So
Yeah.
you lost, I win. You lost, I win.
All right.
I
Unmute
think
yourself,
you
Jason. Let's get this thing rolling. I've got one more question for you.
Jason, you're still muted there, sir. Yeah, he's talking in the mic, and we
He's
can't
talking.
hear him.
Oh, he's talking in the mic. He's not talking to Mike. He's talking into
Jason,
Mike.
so Jason could still hear everything you were saying, John.
All right. So Jason, it's 3-3, and this is your chance to take the lead going into final in between or whatever I'm going to call it. I haven't decided yet. All right.
Okay.
This is age. Derrick Henry's age, Mark Andrews' age, and Lamar Jackson's age. Which one is in between?
Mark Andrews.
John, do you agree or disagree?
I would agree with that.
Yeah, that's correct. Lamar is 28, Mark Andrews is 30, and Derrick Henry is 31. So that is correct. It is 4-3, Jason, heading into the final. So right now, I just need to know how many points you are going to risk.
Oh, you're asking me or you're asking both of us?
Yeah, I mean, you can put it in the chat if you would
Well,
like.
So I'm sorry. So how does the last question go? Like, how does the
You have
can
to
explain?
put 5 things in order.
Okay.
Just like we did but instead of saying which one's the middle of 5, I need 5 in order,
Okay.
chronologically
Yeah.
or whatever
So
it is.
I'm kind of like the thing about the Jeopardy thing is it's like John has won however many weeks. Like the one times he wins, it's because like he just sits there and is quiet. So I'm just gonna risk it all because I really think that like I'm smarter than John when it comes to sports trivia. So if I get one,
I did that a couple weeks, Jason. There were several weeks where I answered.
if I
more
lose
questions.
because John does math a certain way, that I'm okay with that.
I
So I'm
appreciate
going with
that.
it
Now,
all.
John, that means you don't have to risk anything, right? Because, I mean, you could. It's up to you. What are
I'm
you
going to risk it. Well, I'm going to risk it all because it's only fair.
Because you've
It's
been
only
called
the-
out at the OK Corral. Yes, you have, young lady.
I love
let's
it. All
go.
right, let's get this thing rolling. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Put these jersey numbers in numerical order. Put these you might want to get a pencil.
Oh,
Put
man.
these
Hold on.
jersey numbers
Hold on.
in numerical
Felipe,
order.
Why didn't you bring a pen?
Why are you so ill prepared? Listen, listeners, I always bring a pen to the podcast. It's right next to my laptop. Both these guys aren't even on air right now. They're scrambling around their little houses trying to find a writing implement. Jason's is hanging out of his mouth right now. John,
What
I
are these
think,
little
went through
houses?
some drawer
Why
he
are the
didn't know
houses little?
existed. He's probably got one of those drawers with scissors and knives and push pins and paper clips in it, trying to find a pen. All right. I'm going to start giving you the things, and then you can start putting them in order. All right.
I don't.
Here are the 5
I've
players.
had some Cliff Bars. I don't have any pens.
Just open a note in your phone, John. It's 2025, and just put these people in that note.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Hold on.
Oh, we can't hold on, John. We are on the air.
I know we were on the air, but Mike, you didn't prepare me for this. I'm wearing the sunglasses so that because I see the poker players that wear sunglasses usually win. So I figured I'll put the sunglasses on. Jason
Oh,
can't tell if I know or not.
man.
All right.
All right. You're ruining the segment, John. All right, here we go. Who's we got? Luis Aparicio, Ray Rice, Jacoby Jones, Rashad Bateman, and Kevin Millar are the 5 jersey numbers you need to put in order, starting with the lowest to the highest. Again, Luis Aparicio, Ray Rice, Jacoby Jones, Rashad Bateman, and Kevin Millar.
Millar on which team?
It's Orioles. It's all Orioles and Ravens.
Oh, okay. Because Kevin Millar, I know what number he was when he played for the Red Sox and the Orioles.
All right. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds, and then I'm going to need your order in a written form where I can see it.
Do the players, so like if we're guessing, do we have to have the number written down of that player? Or just
Technically,
the
you don't
order?
have to have the number as long as you have them in the correct order. Again, your first listed person should be the lowest. $15 seconds, gentlemen. 10, 9, 8. So I feel like I'm in phys ed class counting push-ups. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. You are going to show me your responses in order without glare, John. Find a good angle. Slide to the side. There we go. Let's see. John, you're wrong. I don't know. I already know you're wrong, but just put that down so Jason doesn't read it. All right.
Are you going to be able to see
Jason,
this, Mike?
Let me see.
They're not in order. Like they're in order on the one side. Can you see that?
No.
Okay. Let me tell you what I wrote.
Tell me the order that you have.
Luis Aparicio. I have, or I'm sorry, Rashad Bateman first, number 7.
Okay.
Luis Aparicio second, number 11.
Yep.
Jacoby Jones 12, number 3.
Yep.
Ray Rice number 4, number 27. And Kevin Millar last. I don't remember the number, but I think it started with a 3.
Unfortunately, you are not correct either.
Oh,
But you were really close until you forgot Kevin Millar.
I don't remember Kevin Millar. Oh, is he 15?
He was 15.
Yeah.
So Kevin
it's
Millar
15.
was 15, and then Ray Rice was last at 27. So that
Okay,
was the
so I
one
only
that
got
you-
Aparicio wrong, Mike.
right. So you
Aparicio
were
was the only one I was wrong on. I thought you
yeah.
were
So
two.
It was out of order when I read it first, John. So I knew I didn't have to look at the rest. That's all. That's all that matters. You had to get it all right or all wrong. So everybody got 0 points and nobody wins. So I get to host again next time. All right. Excellent.
Oh, fantastic.
I thought Luis. What number did he wear?
11.
11.
With the Orioles, John.
Oh, he wore
Oh.
2.
Oh, did
He
your
wore
chat
2.
GPT you were just trying to look it up on tell you the wrong number? You cheating
That's a
bastard.
shame.
No, I didn't. I didn't look it up. He wore
Look
number.
at his face. He can't even lie.
11.
Like
I
it's
know.
like-
Like
that's
what
why he
the
wore the
hell?
sunglasses.
No,
Where's
I
the
was
integrity,
just-
John?
I was just looking it up just now.
I don't know why I missed the Kevin Millar because it's the poopy years, Mike, and I try to forget everything. Stop bringing up the poopy years in my life.
Oh yeah.
You guys are killing me with this stuff.
He's not using Chat GPT, Jason. He's not cheating. He's using Google Gemini.
Oh,
different.
good. No more chat MTV. Great, awesome.
That's right.
Big fan.
Yeah,
All right,
no,
does
I
anyone
just
know
was
what's
looking up.
happening in that? Can someone tell me what's happening in the Cardinals game with the Panthers?
The Eagles
I
are
don't
up
know.
13-10 on the Chiefs. That's all I'm seeing right now.
Oh, goodness.
Kyler, I'm slowly coming back to beat Dave.
Oh.
I was at a
Yeah.
4% win rate. Now I'm at a 29%. So slowly but surely, I'm coming back.
But you can't take that. You got to take that with a grain of salt. That's like Yahoo
know.
stuff. So how's everyone doing fantasy wise? Mike, are you having a decent day across the board, or are you not doing so well?
I mean, I dream about different things, different days. I don't
Mhm.
know.
I was talking
Fantasy's-
football, but that's fine. Let it go.
Let's see. I was a little bit all over the place because my 2 dynasty quarterbacks are Joe Burrow and Brock Purdy. So that makes me a little unhappy.
Ooh.
So I had to put a waiver claim in. Obviously, I don't want to give too much information out, but it's pretty obvious who I put a waiver claim in for if you check the Dynasty League. And then the other leagues, my guys are performing much better this week than they did last week overall. I mean, Jamar Chase is doing good things. Jason's hands in the air. Carolina must have scored some type of point.
No, they just got an interception off of John's quarterback.
Oh, John, you should have nixed that decision, my friend.
Well, I did tell. I mean, I got to kind of take some blame on that. See, John, this is why I draft one quarterback, so I don't have decisions to make every single week. Stop doing that. But yeah.
Let's see.
Mike, just in case you're wondering, there is someone in your league that has 3 starting quarterbacks on their roster that wouldn't mind trading.
I don't need to trade for a starting quarterback unless Joe Burrow's toe fell off and he's got to get a new one sewed on. Or Brock Purdy's, isn't his a foot too? Does he have
He's
toe
out
or
like the
something?
next 4 weeks. It just depends on what you want to do. Like,
Gosh.
you want to call it quits already, or you want to try to compete? That's what you
Can they keep their toes in order? I mean, everything else on their body's working right, so they should be able to throw the football.
Yeah,
God
here
bless
he
them.
is.
Them and Trevor Rogers. Nobody can keep their throwing right because their feet hurt. It's killing
That's true,
me.
Mike. That's true. All right.
But my guys are
Well-
doing all right. I love fantasy football though. I am also doing a like a pick'em kind of league where we're doing games against the spread every week, and first place gets, I think first and second place gets some money each week. It's kind of fun, or some fictitious money for those of you who don't gamble. We do something every week. So
Well, in case you're all wondering, I am 16-0 this week as far as survivor picks go. All of my survivor picks came through with the Ravens, the Bills, and the Lions mainly. Those are my catalysts this week.
when you say 16-0, does that mean you're in 16 different survivor leagues?
So there's this one survivor league I'm in, Drew's, as which you may know. I have 10 spots in his. So in those 10, I got all my teams through, and then I am in 6 other survivor leagues as well, where I have 1 in each.
Holy cow.
Hey, you got to go where the money is, Mike. You got to go where the money is. When you throw $25 down and you have a chance of winning like $20,000, you should probably take that advance.
I like that. I like that. John, how about you? How's your fantasy life? I mean, fantasy football life.
Yes, please. That fantasy football. Please be clear, Mike. I don't want him
Oh
dressing
my
up like a Minotaur again and coming into the house.
Yeah. Not so hot. I mean,
Watch out, Julius, or whatever that guy's name that was sitting next to you. What was his name?
Oh,
Felipe.
not Julius. This is Felipe.
Felipe. Yeah, sorry.
Which one of your children or grandchildren did you steal that from?
None. He sits on the couch. Just where he lives.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look like he
So
lives.
you
to
got
me.
it. So Jason, you got an empty house now.
No empty house.
No.
Just a less filled house.
Oh, okay.
Less filled house. All right. So, fellers, do you have anything else you would like to speak on today before we call it quits?
You guys pulling those Clowney jerseys out again?
I haven't bought one yet. I never bought one the first time around because I knew it was temporary. But I would see that there would be if Van Noy's out. Don't be surprised because John's boy isn't really getting to the quarterback yet. So
He had
we need
2
a little
hits
bit more
today.
time. Well, that's a start. We all got to start.
There are a
somewhere,
couple
Paul.
times where I saw him just get blown up too. So
Yeah.
he's got some
Yeah.
big boy work to do. I think he's got
He,
good potential though.
He met the green grass.
Right. Weird, bad. All right. Well, Mike, why don't you take us home?
Well, I live in Maryland, so if you guys
Wow.
want to come home, it's quite a flight. But I'm okay if you guys want to come back and visit. Thanks for joining us tonight for Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports. It's been great hanging out with everybody, especially after a Ravens victory. Look out for us this upcoming week, maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday. We're keeping you on our toes, which all of us have intact, unlike Joe Burrow and Trevor Rogers. So keep a lookout, keep a listen out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find your free podcasts. We're on here twice a week, spreading the love about Baltimore sports. And reach out to us. You see our scroll if you're with us on YouTube or Facebook, dadbods, crabcakes, and sports @gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, all those fun places. And we hope that you tune in with us next time. But until then, keep on rocking those dad bods, eating them crab cakes, and never miss a game.
Adios.
Go Panthers.